you know. We've been told that keep them busy, buy them board games, engage them, don't force them to, study so much. But we also struggling as parents to, we don't know how to handle this. How do we handle the children and the anxiety at such a young age? Because they're developing this anxiety right now.
Children are able to understand what is happening. And children are growing.
Yes.
And of course, when they are going through that growth spurt, they have a lot of energy. They need to be engaged. And sometimes also for adults, it can be very distressful. But it is also true for the children. They are distressed by what is happening. So first, the most important thing is to engage them and understand their world. What is it that what are their thoughts about what is happening? Do they know? And you might be surprised. They will surprise you. They definitely know what is happening. Now, once you've actually identified that, then the next step would be to really engage them in terms of really getting to understand the seriousness of this matter. And one of the ways we can go about is through play, through art, through music, through dance, expressive stuff that can actually engage these kids very actively. Emotionally, psychologically, physically, and in all ways. Of course, it's exhausting because, again, like I said earlier, we were so used to a way of doing things. The reality about life is that children spend a lot of time in school.
Yeah.
Sometimes it had become a challenge because children would wake up very early, just like we adults, and they come back home. And when they come back home, they have a lot of homework to do.
Yeah.
So the same thing that was happening to children is the same thing that was happening to we adults.
Yes.
Because children of this century have a lot of information. So we cannot ignore them. We can only appreciate the importance of engaging them. So that element of actually being able to actually, as an adult, develop the art of patience, develop the art of understanding, develop the art of listening. Because many a time we would not listen to the children, we would not communicate. Children are very good in nonverbal communication. And that's why I've mentioned all those expressive arts.
Yes.
There are many things that we can do with these children. I think we can go on and on and on and on. Turn your house into, if you have art supplies, create possibly a room. Or maybe if you're privileged to have a garden or a backyard.
Yes.
Do things with them. Have a routine. The way you'll have a routine for you as an adult, you wake up in the morning, you're in the house, you do your work for 2 hours, 3 hours, then 10 o'clock tea, you have a break, engage your children, do things with them, like that. So have time, have a routine that involves the children.
Yeah.
Then you'll be amazed because this is an opportunity for people to reconnect. So you're reconnecting with your children.
Yes.
So let's not look at it as a chore. Sometimes we may look at it as a chore, as a responsibility that should have been had been given to teachers and so forth and so on. But now you are getting an opportunity to actually engage these children. Yeah. So I think what is important, bottom line, is for us to actually appreciate and think of the attitude that we might have towards this, having a growth mindset, because there's usually two mindsets. There's a fixed mindset and there's the growth mindset. If we have a fixed mindset that children are children and they have to do things in a certain way, blah, 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 then becomes a challenge. But if you have a growth mindset where we want to discover, learn, engage, then we will be able to grow and we will be able to have fun as adults when we engage in children.
Amazing. So to a final question, give us something positive to look forward to. How do we cope? Self-care. How do we do this?
Okay, there are a number of things that are happening, and if we are all very keen, we will see that many professionals out there are doing maybe challenges or engaging people in things that they can do to keep them going during this very challenging time.
Yeah.
So a number of things that as a professional that I would encourage people to do is, first of all, appreciate that we shall overcome. Let's be optimistic that we know we are going to overcome. Okay?
Yeah.
Those of you who have mental and physical health issues, if you're on treatment, it is important that you are you have at least enough medication or treatment to last you for a while. Be able to make sure that you are in touch with your mental health or physical health professional or your psychologists. There's Skype, there's Zoom. We need to take advantage of the technology. Another thing is for us to stay away from all this noise that is out there, because there's a lot of information, too much information, because now people have come to a point where now all the energies are actually have been redirected to one thing. Yeah. Social media, mainstream media. So you just sit on your couch, you're watching television. Yes, it raises your anxiety. So that's why we're saying it's good to have a routine and continue to, like now, dress up like you're going to work. Just today, it's just that I don't have my tie. Just dress up and start your day and do things. Another thing is, I'd mentioned it earlier, being able to understand what mindfulness is, being in the present moment. Okay. Journaling, eating well. Okay. A lot of vitamin C, being able to drink enough water. Okay. Being able to exercise if you can. Okay. Within your house, and if not, you can actually create time to go for a walk your dog, or go for a jog. Okay. Spirituality is very key. If you're a person who's prayerful, it's important for you to continue praying. Okay. If you're a person who is spiritual, it's important for you to continue meditating and just being in touch with your higher power. The need also for you to be able to be very conscious of the reality that this very moment, many things are happening, and you need to be in touch with your loved ones. Okay.
Yes.
If you are living alone, make sure that you are always consistently talking to people. Okay. Start getting in touch with people that have always been a source of support to you. Your friends, your relatives, people you've never reached out to in a while. Reach out to them. Okay. Engage them. Look for a new hobby. Okay. As a man, you might want to start cooking, perhaps. Maybe there's always this cake that you've enjoyed in one of these nice fancy restaurants. You get to download a recipe and try and find out, how can I bake this stuff, and get the ingredients and do that. Amazing. Okay. For the ladies, I mean, you can actually, with your husbands and your children, decide, okay, let's go and wash the car, for example. Those are things that you can do that will actually give you hope. We need to continuously be together and speak the same language. If you're in a position to assist, help, reach out. I've seen some groups in churches and so forth. They're helping the less privileged. If you have a house help who used to come to your house weekly and she's not able to come because of this, call her. Send her 500, 1,000, or support her in any small way. If each and every one of us is able to do such a thing, you'll find that you'll reach so many people who are in need, who can be supported. So it's important to reach out, make a contribution in whichever small way that you can.
You can. Amazing. Thank you very much. That is Lambert Oigara from CBT Kenya on Life in Isolation. My name is Najma Ismael. Thank you for joining us.